You are watching Nico Evaluates. With over 24 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the Buster Only No Miss Challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell my honest opinion on different Mega Man games. So sit tight and learn. I play the games, so you don't have to. So let's go check out Balade stage, as that is our only option. Balade stage is pretty cool, I have to admit. This stage reeks the most Mega Man this far. The only problem I have with it is, well, it's kind of personal. The background is bleaching so much that it's actually hurting my eyes. I am a bit sensitive to blinking lights and colors. So that's kind of my problem, but I'm not sure if the game is glitching out or if that's intentional. But it's kind of making me sick here, so I'll try not to look at the background because the stage is actually pretty good. And I want to point out that the Clampman's weapon is pretty good in this stage because it literally clamps enemies and you can walk past them. That's pretty cool. It doesn't kill the enemies, but it just freezes them. I'll showcase it on the mini screen on the right as we speak. So that weapon, I do like that. Sometimes items can get stuck in between screens and there's no way for you to get them. That's just a minor thing, but oftentimes it's a fucking one-up and I can't get it, so that's why I felt like I should mention that. But the background is getting on my nerves, so I tried to go past the stage pretty fast. So Balade is interesting in the fact that if you die to Balade, you don't get a second chance unless you load the game. So it's do or die pretty much. If you can't get his weapon, if you can't kill him, that's it, you can't get it. Unless, like I told you, you load the game, you exit the game and load the game again, and try again. But you're gonna do that anyway, why not just give you a second chance? That's just what I think. I don't think you should go and like load the game every time just to try it again. But I can see what they were doing with that, but again, it's a bit weird. Balade's fight, as you see, is good in the sense that it's reactionary. You have time to see what he does, and that's what Mega Man is all about. I really enjoy that fight. It is the best one so far. So now let's head to Frigid Man. And I'm gonna tell you a thing or two about this. This is quite an interesting stage as a whole. We're about to find out why I think so. So, first things first, very good design, nice graphics, I like the snow, like everything. I was expecting ice physics here, but there is none, except later on, but I'm gonna show you where. The first thing that's a bit disheartening here is that, look at this spike pit. Jesus, fuck, that's long. You know what would have helped? You see the current here going up. If you added this to that spike pit and make Mega Man fall down slower, that would have helped it a lot. But instead you fall down like a rock, and the only way to get good at that is to just repeat it and learn it. As you can see, I missed that the current is actually there, because it's not doing as big of an impact as I would hoped. So it's not slow enough for the average player. That's at least what I think. And that's why I missed it. It doesn't seem like it makes any difference. You quite literally have no chance. And I also hooked up my Xbox 360 controller just to test if the controls were because of my Xbox One controller. I've had some problems in the past with the controller in other games, but it doesn't make a difference here. I'm using the 360 controller now and it literally makes no difference. It's exactly the same. I just wanted to rule out that the controller wasn't the issue there, so I wasn't calling out the game needlessly, but it's not the controller. I even tried my USB NES controller, and even that, it just is the same. It's more like it's more so the physics than the controller. The physics are the thing why it doesn't work. It's not the controller. I'm just stating that because I wanted to rule out any possible fault from my side that it's the controller, but after testing it, no, it's not. So as we move on here, I kinda like this Met design. It's I've never seen a Met like that, but the same thing cannot be said about this Frigid enemy. I'm gonna show you why I don't like it. It has a couple of things going on with it that kinda mess up the design. You should also note that the current that's going on underwater doesn't affect enemies. So if a Met drops down from a ledge, it just falls down like a rock. It's not affected by the current, and that's something your brain isn't expecting. But let's get to the part first. So you can just... Oh, this is another part about ladders. You can't jump down a ladder. Nothing's going on. Unless you go... Oh, fuck. Unless you go down here. Now it works fine, but if you're far up the ladder, it just doesn't work. This applies to every ladder in the game. And I'm not nitpicking about ladders. It's because the ladders are a huge mechanic in a Mega Man game and they just should work well. It's because they're everywhere. The Mega Man is littered with ladders. It's one of the most important things when you design the game. As we move on here, these Yetis, or whatever the hell, most of them jump up and down like this, but then there's one that does like this. They go left and right. I would have hoped that it had a different design for me to distinguish that Yeti from this one, because I just assumed it's gonna do this, and I just walked up to it. I'm gonna show you where it is. Of course, it's kinda my fault as well, but it would be nice if they had different designs, if they had a different design variation behind it. So this is why I don't like this Frigid enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 shots on that. That's why I never shoot them. I just take a hit and move on. It slows the player down so much. I've tried using some weapons on it, but the clamp mass weapon just goes past it, does nothing, and the flame, of course, does nothing, goes around the water pretty much. The hitbox of these Frigid enemies is a bit wonky, but that's why you don't design enemies that have closing and opening doors, because the hitbox is still there even if the door is closed. One thing about the menu though, I can't press right here. Like nothing happens if I press right. I have to press up and down. The only way to navigate this menu is up and down, so that's a bit strange, and kinda messes my flow up when I'm trying to select a weapon and I can't. Also, this placement is just ass. But it's doable. This spot I feel is too narrow for this enemy. The enemy should be placed more far away for an easier time with it. It's just a pain in the fucking ass. So let's move on here to the Miniboss, and the Miniboss is actually quite good, because it relies on your reflexes. It clearly showcases what it's gonna do. It clearly does an animation before attacking, and that's what you should be doing. This is a phenomenal mid-boss, and I like the design. It's from the Mega Man 6 seals. This mini-boss is like my favorite thing about this game right now. This is fucking great. Look at this. You can clearly see what he's doing. You can dodge the attacks because you know what's coming. You learn how to dodge the ice cubes after a while, and the whole design is just fucking great. And if you checked out the mini screen there, I showed the blade missile and how it deals damage to the seal. It does eat your whole energy bar, but it could be worth it if you're in a hurry or speedrunning. So that's pretty cool as well. Glitching the snow there for no reason, because I'm a dick. Yeah. Absolutely love the graphics of the game. I have to give the game that. The graphics are phenomenal. And here you can use the Scorch Flame to take the ice cubes off, get rid of them. And of course I'm not gonna go up there, because I can just go below and ignore the fridge. So there's one of those Yetis. They do a little up and down jump, but it's of course lower jump than one of them. That's the one that's different. He jumps left and right, but the design is the same. I would have preferred if it was a different color or a slightly different design, because when I first got into the screen I'm like, okay, there's one of those up and down jumping guys, and I just ran and got hit, because I didn't expect that. But that's just me probably. But I like different designs on different enemies. So another one of these, and you'll know what we're gonna do here. And this, I'm gonna showcase on the mini screen again. This is a troll part. You come here, you take a hit from the gas leak, because you can barely see it. Then what you do, you climb up here and you get hit by the mid. Bam! That reminds me of Mega Man 9, where the little propeller guy tracks you the spikes. It's those kind of little troll things that annoy me sometimes. Nothing special in this screen, just a couple of tillies. Again, love the graphics, absolutely loving the graphics here. This guy is annoying as hell. Rightfully so, it's the gate. So, you're probably not gonna believe it, but this boss is absolutely phenomenal. I actually love this boss, and it's not even sarcasm. As much as the game has wrong, this boss is almost close to an official Robot Master. It's so good. I'm gonna showcase you how this works. He has an actual pattern, believe it or not. Look, 1, 2, and 3, and dodge. And he only has a couple of things he'll do, and he's an easy to read boss because of this. And what a joy to fight a Robot Master with a pattern. This is absolutely... I'm loving this, because for the first time playing this game, I actually feel like I'm in control. I'm just taking damage because I'm trying to showcase the boss. But let's actually try and see how the patterns work. We probably tackled the worst Robot Masters first. I'm not sure, but this guy, the design behind it is just amazing. This is what all of the Robot Masters should have had, a pattern for you to react to. All in all, I'm very happy about this stage, except for the spike pit, that's just bullshit. But the rest is pretty good. It's hard for me to grasp that this Robot Master is in the same game even. It's like a thought was put behind this. Like, there was really development going on behind this boss, and it shows. If all of the bosses had patterns like this, it would have been a lot better. But of course, we still have like 5 Robot Masters left after this, so I'm curious to see the rest. That's a fun fight. That's Frigid Man, and we'll get his weapon now. Thank you for watching, and if you agreed on what I said, leave a like, and if you disagree, leave a dislike. I love them all equally. Nice Snupster colors, by the way. But I have the feeling that things are gonna go downhill from here, but we'll see. That was fucking phenomenal. I have to give kudos to the developer. Good fucking job on this boss. And with that, I'll see you later.